morning everyone, welcome to Lee Operational Huddle. I'm Lynn Hogan, I'm the Service Delivery Footprint Manager for Lee. Has anybody got any cases to bring today?
Yeah, I've got a case. Homeless guy, bumped into him in Lee Town Centre on Friday. He was sleeping rough, seemingly, in the Royal Bank of Scotland doorway. Sean Cook, date of birth 15th of the 3rd 1980. Sean is ex-army. He's got ex-partner Susan and 3 children, Bethany, Sam and Jason. He's obviously got issues which have put pressure on his family life. So I brought him today to see if he's known to any other services and to see what we can do to help him.
Right, so I have checked on the system. He has recently missed an appointment at the job centre, so I've got a message across to the work coach, and I will be speaking to them when I go in next time, just to ensure that easements can be put in place if they're aware of his current situation.
He has visited A&E 4 times in August, and he was admitted to hospital once with alcohol-related issues.
With regards to community support and that wraparound service for the gentleman in question, there's quite a lot of support for veterans within the Lee locality. Lee Community Trust Forces do a brunch club on a Monday, every other Monday at 10:30, which you could go to. They do bacon butties, and it's just a place to eat really and have a chat with each other.
We've got Beth open to us on a youth conditional caution, which is like an early intervention style. So what we're doing is at the minute we're working with one of our early intervention youth justice workers, and they're going to be working with Beth in order to try and curb this behaviour. So what we need to do is just try and get Beth through that prevention, and then hopefully we'll continue to engage her in a voluntary capacity.
The children are registered with the practice. We're chasing them up because they've not been attending for the immunisations. So we've spoke to health visitors regarding this.
Right, I've had a look on our housing system, and he's not currently known to us, but with him being homeless it's important that we do get him in for a chat so we can look at what housing options are available to him.
I've had a look, he's had no prior live well contacts or engagement like this. From what you've said though, there's a lot of support available for him, and engagement's sort of been a bit of a problem maybe. And hopefully once I get to spend a bit of time with him, I can have a chat with him and just see what he wants and what sort of options he'd like to explore and what we can do for him.
I don't know how you fixed, Davey, but do you want to nip out after the meeting and I can take you around where he's been sleeping?
Yeah, no worries. I'll have a chat after the meeting.
Right, so if we can just recap some of the actions from today then. Davey, complex dependency, are going to act as key worker. He's going to pick Sean up. I'm going to go out and do a joint visit with Barry after the meeting. Ray Holmes are going to do a housing assessment.
Yep.
And finally, community link worker Debbie going to speak to Mum next week.
Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you very much everybody. Don't forget, keep talking in between and we'll do a catch up next week. So thank you very much for everybody coming. Thank you.
I'm Sam, 26, lived in Tilsley on and off for about 13 years now. Lived with my parents previously, spent some time away in Warrington, come back home. Back in my parents it was a bit of a rocky road. I had mental health issues, did some silly things with myself. I couldn't find a light at the end of the tunnel. I thought when I moved back home I knew that I'd be getting a place of my own eventually, but I didn't think that I'd ever would for a few years, and there was arguments with mum and dad all the time. It just weren't in a very good place, and then with my mental health it weren't getting any better. If anything, it was getting worse. I realised after a bit that I needed some help, and I went to the job centre and asked, and that's where Elaine came in and put me in with the huddle, and then before I knew it I got off to the flat. And since the flat I've been in there 6 months now, and I've just gone from strength to strength. My confidence has come up. My life was, don't even go there thinking about before that, but now I've got my independence. I'm learning to manage my own money, getting on a hell of a lot better with mum and dad, and that's what means the most to me. I'm 26-year-old and I'm finally acting like it. I've got everything and everything's coming together, And here in my voluntary place, Dave noticed a difference in the last 6 months, how my confidence has come up and how I'm more outgoing. I don't have to wear my headphones anymore. For my anxiety, my depression's next to not there. I'm closer to getting diagnosis for my learning difficulties. I can see a light now, everything's coming together. Before the huddle, before I knew about the huddle, it was just like I was another statistic and I weren't an individual. Whereas when Elaine came into everything, she treated me as an individual, and not every candidate is the same. It's like everybody's different, everyone has different circumstances, everyone has different needs. And she didn't just think of me, oh, another candidate to get into housing. She thought of me as somebody here needs my help and I'm going to do my best. And I couldn't ask for a better life right now.